beautiful charge.
Whoa,
This is
what a
fine.
save.
Oh my god, this
Oh,
what a save, my guy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ori and the Blind Forest All Skills Tournament. My name is Shed. I'm joined tonight by Trojan Dude 12. Trojan, yo.
Yo, what's up, man? How's it going? So, we have an awesome match over here. We've got Hydra versus Sickynar, and might as well get right into it and talking about these two runners. First off, we have Sickynar, who came in with was pretty new to the Ori community when they submitted for the tournament. So far has a best race time of 40:03 and a PB of 36:44. And Sicky is really looking to demolish his best race time and improve in this run.
Yeah, of course. And he's going up against HydraSR in this race, who is the first seed in this group and actually the first seed in the entire tournament. Now, because this is the last race of the group stage, Hydra can't really improve very much. He's the first seed, so he can't really go up from anywhere. So he's just kind of in this race to be Sicky's opponent. But Sicky, on the other hand, can improve their standings heading into the bracket here.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll have to see what kind of performance both of them put up over here. Sicky started off with getting 7 HP. We got an update from him. Is actually going to go 6 HP now. Feels more comfortable with his overall movements. And we'll have to see. He said I asked him before the race if he was going to do any sort of like new stuff. He said he's had some optimizations here and there. So I don't know if he's going to actually be going for early grotto cycle or for fast stompa. So we'll have to see in the race.
Yeah, Sicky is vastly improved since the start of this tournament. He entered the tournament with a personal best of over 2 hours and has already reduced that down to 36. So he's been doing phenomenally well. And this is his last chance to show off before we head into the bracket stage. Hydra, on the other hand, is one of the best runners of this game. Not even arguably, he's just straight up one of the best. And his strats reflect that. He's going for all of the difficult tricks that we ask about. Minimum amount of HP, which is 5, and has a PB of 2851, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. And on top of that, if people have never seen it, at the AGDQ 2018 race, that was the 4-way race, that was super huge for this community. Hydra absolutely pulled off a god run, and he got a absolutely sick time and won it. So Hydra can, perform under pressure. He's proved it time and time again. So you'll always be able to see some really top-notch platforming from him.
As long as he doesn't break his computer in the process, it's fine.
Who needs a processor anyway?
Well, it looks like we are going to be kicking off the runners very soon, so let's head down to the race.
Yeah, definitely. As you've normally seen at the start of the races, see this amazing
Hydra,
Oh,
that's
no.
a cutscene. That's not the start of the.
Oh man, I wasn't expecting to see part
Okay.
of the Kuro. I think that was that the prologue or the Kuro's Nest
that
one?
was the one that plays at 4 at the wind escape, I think.
Oh
It's
gosh.
the sad bird ones. Well, regardless, we're off. The race has begun. Well,
Hydra, please. But yeah, so what I was saying is that we only have running and jumping at the start, so not too much is happening right here. They're gonna be pretty much in sync for the first part of the run. Once we get our first skill, Spirit Flame, aka our lovely companion sign, we'll be able to see a little bit of differences in the way they'll approach using Spirit Flame.
yep, this of course being Metroidvania. We start out very weak, very powerless, and slowly build up as we go. Hydra just collected the XP from the Rhino and is collecting the XP below sign. Oh, no!
No!
Oh no!
Wait a second.
Hydra has foregone picking up sign, and will therefore. Wait a sec. This is hold on. He has not picked up sign. He is not able to attack anything. Has the damage boost through these brambles. Sign is a skill. This is the all skills category. He has to collect it eventually.
Oh gosh.
So I mentioned before, Hydra is first seed in his group and in fact in the entire tournament. He can't improve, so it looks like he's decided to meme on us a little bit and show off some interesting question mark strats.
Yeah, so for any of you who isn't aware, there's a category called Signless, Bashless, Stompless, and what you're seeing Hydra do right here is a little bit of a thing with putting some saves to get these keystones to continue. So right now, technically Sickynar is in the lead. With a 214 ghost score, which by the way is a pretty good ghost score.
Currently in the lead.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm not exactly sure what to say right now from Hydra, but Sicky had a really good start. Very, very clean up to ghost store. So gets his 4th health cell. Is going to continue down to wall jump right here. And see how he does with his experience. Because it's always a major thing with the all skills are out.
Yeah, so if you came to watch some all skills, I suggest you watch the right side of your screen. The left side of your screen is going to be a little silly, I think.
Maybe. We'll have to see. I don't know how.
I have no clue what Hydra is planning.
Yeah, I don't know either, and I don't know how much Hydra actually knows the route. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, he could be doing SBS. We don't actually know. We'll see. But so far, he has skipped sign. He has gotten down to wall jump without ever picking up our friend's sign. With only 1 HP as he's mousing over to show us. Sicky is... Excuse me. He is slightly behind, but is doing quite well for himself.
Yeah, so technically speaking, it's not too surprising Hydra is here. So, like, Sicky's kind of tight. So it's kind of weird. Doing the signless stuff, you lose time setting up your saves and your save anywhere and stuff, but actually, like, going to sign it takes time. So
he's
it's
down to the
really
below sign though. So
yeah, interesting. I don't know where Hydra's gonna go with this, but either way, Sicky was able to go and level up on the way down, so didn't have to worry about the brambles. Is probably gonna kill 3 slimes over here, yeah, we're just gonna have to see what transpires for him with XP once he gets to PRP.
Hydra is headed off to the left here, an area that you typically don't see at all in most categories of the speedrun because you just don't need to come over here, but Hydra is collecting a keystone. I'm not quite sure why. Okay. Meanwhile, Sicky is going to be following the typical route for this category, heading down into Blackroot Burrows, a definitive edition only area of the game, to pick up a skill called Dash, which lets us go fast. But in the meantime, he's got to wait on a bunch of platform cycles in the dark, so we'll have to sit through a semi-auto scroller there from him.
Yeah, he's gonna level up Spirit Magnet right here. Is gonna be able to magnet the experience of the slimes that he needs to kill. I don't know what he was mousing over right there. I wonder if it was his XP. Like, I wonder if it hit exactly 36, which makes it a little awkward. But yeah, didn't notice. But he's gonna come down here. Is gonna get his orb and a level up in here for a refill. So so far, I was gonna drop a safety save early. So that's a nice little strat because this spike pit is very deadly.
Yes, successfully makes it over to the orb, but now he's got to get back, and you're not intended to be able to get back with wall jump like he has. So it's a little bit of a tricky jump, but he makes it. He's got to do another tricky jump to get up to this XP, which we're going to use to level up to gain an ability point and skip a cutscene. On your left, you can see Hydra has finally decided to go pick up our buddy Sign.
It's going to be doing the tutorial fight a little bit out of order.
A little bit out of sequence here.
What a video game where we can actually just not get the first skill and still be okay.
What a player to do it in the tournament race.
Yeah. So Sicky was able to get over the lantern area pretty well. I looks like is gonna so was at the right XP for killing 3 slimes. Yeah, it's only about like 4 or 5 away. So really good XP management from Sicky.
He's of course setting up his XP for a trick coming up soon where we need to time a level up at a specific point. So you'll see that coming up soon. First, we're gonna go down here and collect dash. But Sicky has been doing quite well. I have seen no major or even really minor mistakes from him. His movement is a little bit slower than, even though Hydra's memeing, his movement has been very clean. So you've seen Sicky be a tad slower in general than Hydra, but he hasn't made any major mistakes, hasn't died, hasn't been set back too far. He's doing quite well for himself.
Yeah, he's on for his PB time, he's on a really good pace right now. Like a sub 8 dash for his time is really solid. So we gotta see if he continues this level of play up as it goes on.
Right here, he's using a save anywhere glitch in order to save in the middle of the cutscene and reload to skip the cutscene. Looks like he's not doing a bit of new tech called that we've decided to call the cutscene stack, but that's fine. It only saves a few seconds and can be a little bit difficult. So he's opting to do the tried and true cutscene skip, collect dash, and head up to Frankie Walk. Meanwhile, Hydra is doing Blackroot himself.
Yeah, so Hydra's coming up here. He is not getting the 100 XP orb because his experience is a little wonky because of the route that he took at the start, and has been doing a what we call a slime genocide route right here, where he's going to be killing a ton of slimes right here. I guess mousing over, getting maybe a bad cycle.
Oh, he's mousing over the fact that he has a map stone.
Oh, was it the map stone or the slime? I couldn't tell. They were in like the same location.
It might have been the slime as well, because the slime genocide route typically kills that one up top as well. So he might be sad that he missed it. In fact, he's probably sad that he missed it. It depends on his actual XP count that he can check once he gets to the dash tree. On the right, though, we see Sicky doing the Frankie Walk. He successfully got the Frankie all the way over here and has done the trick successfully to level up and open this door way early out of sequence. But it's not over yet. He's got to head through what we call the Death Gauntlet, a very difficult platforming section here.
Ooh, going into the pit a little bit right there. That was
a little spooky. Almost gave the Crushy a kiss, but we're okay.
Yeah, but so far so good. Is probably gonna opt for a safety save. No safety save yet. I guess it's gonna. Nope, still no safety save. All right, fine.
Who needs safety? It's fine.
Yeah.
I would like to point out something as well. You see Hydra on the left has an SA up like he was going to skip the Darkness cutscene, but doesn't have a point to do it with.
I'm unsure what is he going to be holding an SA through Frankie Walk? That would be interesting. But really quick before we talk about that, Sicky actually tried for a Grotto Cycle, mentioning might have been going for those optimizations and did opt for that, but missed it a little bit, got a weird ramp.
That's fine. Missing Grotto Cycle costs you no time to try and set it up. It's only time save if you hit it, so perfectly acceptable to be going for it, even if you don't actually get it at Sicky's level. He's collecting Double Jump, the next of our skills that we're going to collect. Hydra is actually doing the Frankie Walk behind a save anywhere. Why?
Okay.
Why would you do this to yourself?
So there is actually a new strat that's not optimal for this category in particular, but a few people have been playing with the idea of having the save anywhere from the Ghost Store right before Double Jump. He's just doing a variation of it where he's going to hold it all the way from to Double Jump.
No, it looks like he was just using it as a safety save at the start of Death Gauntlet.
Oh, he needed it!
He actually needed it!
The value!
He just had to make sure that he proved that this is a useful idea, apparently.
Oh my gosh. That might be one of the best highlights of the group stage right there.
It's the best safety save of all time.
Yeah, as we're fixed on Hydra's screen. Sicky got Grotto skip and is going to be getting his water bane right now. Still on a really solid pace. Has been having a really clean start to his run. Really impressive stuff out of Sicky as we're starting to get towards the middle of the game, where a lot of this double jump movement and micro optimizations are going to come into play.
Yeah, I'll say it again. I really hope I don't jinx it here, but Sicky has made basically no mistakes this whole time. He's doing really well. To see if he can keep it up.
It's all right. You said it once. I'm sure the curse couldn't possibly still occur, right?
Well, see, now that I said it twice, it cancels itself out. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like a double negative. All right, so Hydra's a double jump right now. Obviously, because leveled up regroup is not going to do the blind movement that you saw on a Sicky screen. We'll have to see what Hydra opts to do from here with his experience. Sicky getting a level up to kill that frog quickly, and is going to be grabbing this ability cell that we're going to need later for the Terror Break
Much later.
route. Yeah, much later.
Hydra's having trouble leaving the double jump area.
But shit, I have a question. Do you think Hydra's thrown himself off from doing the regular route now because the start is like was so weird?
There's absolutely no way he's just off. He's not just off balance right now, and we're gonna see some spaghetti from the first seed over here.
All right, so Hydra's gained across. Wow, I'm surprised that save still works. I don't know if it was okay. It did work, but man, that was really close to being too far away to be able to rekindle and go into the cutscene. Because we use that one in particular to make it so that there's no falling rocks in this section like you would see casually. So it makes this section a lot harder.
Well, having the rocks makes it harder. We're making it easier by not having the rocks.
Yes.
All right, well, Sicky has entered the Ginso tree with the water vein he picked up. Had a sub 13-minute enter Ginso, which is very nice, especially for a player of his skill level. And will be making his way up the tree, stopping halfway up to collect our next skill, Bash. We're actually getting word that upon entering the tree, Sicky is 21 seconds ahead of his personal best, so he's on fantastic pace then. I knew he was doing well. I didn't realize it was that good.
Yeah, no, very solid play from Sicky, and he's really using some optimal dash gliding where it's really good. Ooh, Hydra taking a little bit of quick death. Takes another eat of the spikes right there, but thankfully he's putting in the map stone.
Putting in the map stone.
All right, in case you wanted to know where the Ginso tree entrance was, we now know.
Now we know. There it is.
Boy.
Hydra knows. Now we won't get lost on the way.
So now we know why he went over to the left side of Glades and got that map stone. It's all worth it now in the end. Oh man. All right, Sicky's on his mini boss and is gonna try and pace as many shots through here as possible. Oh, got a nice 8 right there, I think. So really good job from him. Oh, and unfortunately a bad spawn right there. This is the only really RNG part of the run, to be honest. So it's not too bad considering how long and intense the run is.
No, definitely not. And the RNG you can even sort of mitigate once you get more used to it. There are tells for the boss, so you can tell where he's going to spawn. You can make it pretty consistent every time. Sicky gets through it just fine though. Collect a couple keystones, open up a door, head into Bash. Navigating through a very spiky room in the process though. Oh, careful. Didn't have quite enough, or it was a little too high on health to do a ghost door there, so he opts just to wait. Perfectly fine. Collect Bash.
Ooh, Hydra hitting the spikes is going through that bottom portal. Ooh, and then takes a death too. Unfortunate.
Opting for the lower route, which is more dangerous here because to go through it optimally, there's a forced damage boost. So taking the hit on the spikes then also meant that this lower route is slower than the other option, the upper route. And then he ended up dying anyway, so that didn't help.
Yeah.
Hydra, what do you do? Why? Hydra opting for the casual solution to this puzzle right now.
Oh, that's way too late, dude.
This is how you're we have a faster solution to this puzzle that we do in the speedrun. This is how you're supposed to quote unquote do it, is use 2 blocks. We usually only use 1. He's just opted to do the casual one because why not?
Like, it's so weird. We're going from how badly can you break the early game to let's just do the whole game casually. But Sicky is doing was doing a key dupe and got it proper on the first try. So still really great job by Sicky. Has had a really clean post bash split so far as he goes up to the really trivial second mini boss, way more trivial than the first one in Ginso.
Bash makes it free.
Yeah, Bash makes it pretty free. So gonna be leaving over here and doing the swamp entry route, which will cause us to continue to have poison water throughout the rest of the game.
Right, we're skipping the Ginso escape. So the water will not be clean. It will continue to damage Sicky as he goes through the run. I wanted to say continue to damage our runners, but I'm not entirely sure that Hydra is going to skip the Ginso escape. So
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not even going to say anything about what he's going to do next on Hydra's side.
We'll just have to see what he does. I can't even predict it at this point. All right, Sicky opts for some blind movement here as part of the swamp entry setup.
Ooh, Hydra, unfortunately, having some problems, you know, getting his shot up there. Tried the double bash strat, and man, he's, oh boy,
having some issues.
Dude, spaghetti right now, like it's like spaghetti, lasagna, and like a whole Italian restaurant in one right now from Hydra's side.
All right, all eyes to Sicky's side of the screen. On the right here is he attempts to swamp entry. This is a very difficult sequence of bashes. You have to be careful not to kill the frog. The shot he fires can be pretty finicky about how high it goes, but he does it first try, very nice and clean, absolutely textbook.
Had a little bit of problems. I think was expecting the Rhino to be closer, and it was bash buffering right there. So that looked a little sketch, but gets through cleanly. Is gonna do a ghost door right here. Saves a tiny amount of time. Oh, nice adjustment right there. Actually didn't get a reset, so went back to the log in order to get a reset on the double jump.
Yep, and he's heading through Swamp now, over all of these spikes and around to collect our next skill, Stomp, which lets us travel down very quickly. Stomp some floors, stomp some pegs. We'll use it to get in the valley. But it's a skill, so we also have to collect it.
Yes. And so, ooh, Sicky a little bit close to the spikes right there. That death wouldn't have cost him too much time, but still a little spooky right there, being that close to the spikes. Dropping a safety save to refill a little bit of health before this Rhino in this next area. It's going to be using that same frog that we used for the entry for the exit as well to get an ability cell that, again, we need for later on.
So it does actually look like Hydra is opting to do swamp entry. He had a little bit of trouble in the keep duplication room as well. He had an extra keystone lying around from very early on in the run. And because of that, it screwed with his muscle memory for the key dupe. And had some trouble with it, but he's on to his attempts at swamp entry. Sicky doing the Kuro cutscene skip. Let's see if he gets it. Oh, there's the large bird.
Yeah, unfortunate. I think held the bash for too long right there. So, but
yeah.
opting not to reload, which is, you know, if you're not super confident with this smart, doing a reload and getting it only saves 4 seconds. So if you just want to get past it, just watch it, take the 17-second hit, and then move on from there.
Right. We're gonna see Sicky not collect a health cell here. Oh, right. He mentioned that he will be going for 6 HP, but will only be doing 4 HP until the end of the run. He's opting for a 4 HP Sorrow, which is different than he used to do. So this is demonstrating that he thinks he's improved again, feeling a bit more comfortable with some of the later game strats and opting for less HP.
Oh, that bonk was a little bit sketchy right there, but I guess it seemed like Hydra he was pretty used to it.
Hydra is fighting the swamp mini boss.
All right, this is something I could guarantee. Oh, I almost wanted that rhino to kill him right there.
I was hoping it would as well.
Oh my goodness
Oh my
gracious.
goodness.
God, he's just eating, man. I don't know if I didn't know that Wheaties came in the form of spikes, but he's eating a lot of them right now. He's getting his delicious late night breakfast of spikies.
Spiky mini wheats.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Sicky has collected Charge Flame, a mostly useless skill that we were supposed to have a lot earlier in the casual route of the game, but we skipped because who needs it? We'll be skipping a cutscene here, a very long one, so good one to skip, and then we'll be heading into Valley of the Winds.
Mm-hmm. Hydra is getting his... messes up just a tiny bit. I think the frog's still good, though. I think he can take one more hit. Yes, he can.
Yeah, Rango can take another one.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Nope, he's done. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Hydra.
I get it! No! Why, dude?
Anyway, gotta use the Mortar Slime shot as a backup.
Oh my gosh. That frog. I think it's safe to say that Hydra was developing.
What are you, Hydra, what are you doing?
Hydra's having a very riveting experience right now.
Oh my God, Trojan. Why?
I've been holding on to that one for a while. Anyway, continuing, Sickynar is now getting up to the fast opposite right now. Let's see if he will opt to do the fast stompless trick right here. And
oh,
but
no.
takes a death.
Okay, he had a
nice
save. He had a save not too far back. In most runners, if you see taking a death like that, would be all the way back to the Spirit Tree cutscene. But fortunately, Sicky had the foresight to make a safety save there, and is not opting to do fast stompless. He's instead going to be coming up and collecting this cell that we would normally collect during fast stompless, and just going to go up and stomp the rocks. Perfectly fine. Fast stompless is very difficult, and missing it once costs you a lot of time. So it's perfectly acceptable to not be going for it.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. And that was actually a little nifty spider bait right there. You don't see many runners do, which is actually getting kind of low to the spikes and air dashing backward to get to the second one.
Oh, careful. That bird was coming for him, but he managed to dodge it, stomp the rocks, get Kuro out of the way, and be collecting Feather.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Hydra has made it past the Spirit Tree cutscene himself. We'll be doing Valley entry.
Yeah, Hydra looks like is going to be going for early charge dash route. You saw it a little bit earlier with little poison water 200 XP. This doesn't save really any time. It's just like it just allows you to do this movement faster than you normally would.
It's just a personal preference thing, yeah. I'm impressed that he managed to set his XP up for that with all of the interesting options he did in the early game. So.
Man, those frogs, he just murdered them in cold blood.
Need their sweet life juice. All right, Sicky is going to be setting up for what is probably the most difficult trick in the run, Sorrow Bash. He's going to be using these birds, manipulating them to get up into Sorrow Pass way earlier than intended. Unfortunately, doesn't do it the first time. The bird decides to charge into some spikes instead. So let's see if he can get it on the second try. Nope. Going for it again.
He's getting the bird a little bit too far over to the right, which is why it's dying to those spikes.
Yeah. That one looks good, but unfortunately he was too low, hits the spikes below him. Come on, Sicky. That looks good. That looks good. There it is, and he's into Sorrow Pass.
Really great job by Sicky. I believe that was 4th try, so that's very, very good from Sicky's part. I was going to do a rocket jump. Unfortunately, Ori gets a little bit of a bonk. Yeah. It's kind of a tight window for that rocket jump.
Oh no, having some troubles with this frog. We'd like to rocket jump and get the frog to shoot the ceiling for us. So he's actually down on energy and recognizes this and comes down to collect an extra energy cell, or extra crystal, sorry, waiting for him. Hydra got a low rocket jump in Valley and opted to climb the wall on the right side there, because why not, I guess. But he will be doing his own attempts at Sorrow Bash. I basically expect him to get it first try. He's very skilled, has a lot of practice with it. And there we go.
Yeah, very nice job from Hydra. So making up a little bit of ground right here on Sicky, because again has a much better PB. But Sicky still doing well for himself right now, and we'll have to see how he does compare to his PB going forward. He's trying to set up a save anywhere right here, going back through the noob spikes to do his terror break. As we see, what's this trick that we see on Hydra's side, Shed?
Hydra opted for a... What? Okay, I mean, he did a trick called Crazy Juggle, which is a sequence of very, very tight inputs, like 10 2-frames in a row. And then usually the reason you do this is so you could rocket jump all the way up to the Sunstone, but he opted not to do that, just headed left to cut Charge Flame and Charge Jump instead. Okay. So he did a significantly more difficult trick and didn't use the time save that it gets you. Okay.
Sure makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Sure, dude.
All right, so Sicky is waiting to get his Sunstone right now. And then we'll be going towards Misty to just grab last couple skills in the run. And
right, we're on to sort of a skill collection phase at this point. The skills we have yet to collect aren't particularly useful. Charge Jump we'll use in Misty quite a bit, but Climb and Grenade are mostly, we have to get them, so we're going to.
Yeah, a lot of other categories skip them because they're really far out of the way, and they don't save the amount of time that they take to get there. Sicky doing a nice job getting out of there.
What?
A little bit of meteor kick.
Like a half meteor kick to stop and collect the 200 that's right there for a refill.
Yeah, I wonder if he goes for that refill. Most people will refill on the Misty mini boss.
Right,
so
at the
very,
end of
very
Misty instead of the start.
Is Sicky having a problem with his binds right now?
That's what it looks like. I'm unsure.
Okay, it looks like he's okay now, but that was a really odd pause right there.
Oh, Hydra took a death at the bottom of Sorrow. Has to go back up to the Sunstone and stomp all the way down again. And there's a laser. He has to try again.
Ho ho ho, Sicky. Thankfully, that one area is the only area.
Jeez.
Doesn't have. I don't know what Sicky's looking for. Oh, maybe health. Okay, there you go. Dropping the safety.
Okay.
The health back.
Misty is one of the scariest areas of this route. Everything in here deals quite a bit of damage. Sicky has enough health that he can take one hit from things before for free without dying. He's opted for a bunch of safety saves though, so he took the one hit but is now fine. Oh, takes another one on the way down. Be careful. Now he can't get hit. No, Sicky! Takes a death, goes back to his safety save at the top of the spike fall. That's a little unfortunate, but not nearly as bad as it could have been.
Oh god, we're getting we're getting another menu bug, a completely separate one from Hydra's side.
Hydra is doing a save, the same thing as a save anywhere, but this time with the pause menu, which accomplishes nothing. It's just you can't see.
Yeah, you can't see Ori because Ori is generally centered onto the screen, so we're just kind of seeing a little bit of bash animation and about else.
It switches it to an SA off of a save right before the cutscene there. You'll also note that Hydra is in Black Root again. He's collecting Grenade before ever going to Misty. He's doing a route option that we like to call What's 20 Seconds, where you collect Grenade first before you go to Misty, which lets you do a bunch of grenade jumps, which is a trick if you have not seen before, you'll see soon on the way out of Misty. But we call it What's 20 Seconds because optimally, you're losing 20 seconds over the normal route. They just do it for fun. I don't know. I don't do it. But Hydra is. So we'll have to see how his movement is in Misty. Meanwhile, Sicky is doing the normal route movement on the right side of your screen. Doing pretty well. Had a couple of deaths on the way into Misty, but is doing pretty well in the second half here.
Yeah, Hydra's been burning a lot of his energy, like just using it as rocket fuel. And as we talk about rocket fuel, we are probably going to see, we might be seeing a couple rocket jumps right here. I'm sure Sicky's going to go for the first one right here. I wonder if he's going to go for the second one.
The second one's spooky. Oh, be careful. I don't think he has the setup for it now. No, he's not going to. That's fine. Very dangerous. Barely saves time.
Yeah. Oh, and unfortunately, he's out of energy right now because of those 2 extra charge dashes. Yeah.
I don't think he realizes that either. Where are you going? Oh, okay.
Oh,
he knows.
you know,
I didn't know that energy crystal was there. Good on him.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a nice backup energy crystal right there. There's actually, I don't know if Sicky knows the casual way. It's gonna rocket jump instead. Okay, we're fine. Anyway.
No! Oh no! Oh no!
That's a very tragic one right there from Sicky. Oh, and saved before getting the other 2 energy crystals, so didn't actually save them. So that's really unfortunate from Sicky.
Yeah, he's still out of energy. He's gonna come over and collect this one again. A quick aside, we'll see Hydra has managed to make it to the climb tree.
All right, looks like Sicky got up there nice and well. Is gonna take that extra to drop a safety save. I think he was not sure what to do right there.
Careful,
Ooh.
careful, careful, careful. Oh boy, these guys like to kill you if you're not doing a quick kill. All right, he's fine. Little bit of a rough mini boss fight there, but he didn't die, so we're good.
It's you know, totally calculated. No energy,
That's fine.
1 HP. It's more than you need. It's fine.
He's alive. It's good. Meanwhile, on Hydra's side of the screen, you're going to see the fruits of the what's 20 seconds route, where he gets to do a bunch of these high-flying grenade jumps.
Oh no,
through this
Sicky.
area. Oh no, is that before the mini boss?
Yeah, he didn't go back and save.
Fortunately, kills one of them quickly this time, takes out the second one quickly as well, so that went better and has 4 health this time, so he can take a hit on the way out, and saved an energy.
Yeah, and has an energy, so it can drop a save right here after doing the screen transition. As we, on Hydra's side, we actually see that rocket jump that I was alluding to, and it's really, really cool moving right there. As Hydra is
Probably see a very quick kill here from Hydra as well. Or not, he screws it up. Never mind. We get to see the full extent of this mini-boss on both players' screens.
Yeah, and you can see Hydra got a level up off the mini-boss, which is what you would normally see.
And just swag grenade jumps, because why not? He has it. All right. Okay. I was worried there for a sec he was going to carry the torch, but no, he was just going to a wall for a grenade jump. That's fine.
Oh, that's a really... I love that grenade jump.
These are the real reason you do what's 20 seconds, is these super long ones on the exit, because they can save quite a bit of time. There you go.
Getting him like it's butter, man. It's like... It's just easily just doing all the grenade jumps he wants.
All right,
Sicky
we can point out here that
sorry.
Sicky is on his way down to Grenade, which Hydra already has. So Hydra's actually teleported to Swamp and will be heading to the final dungeon of the game, meaning he is now in first, managing to pass Sicky despite all of the memes, just showing off just how good Hydra is of a player.
That's one I haven't really seen. It probably doesn't save any time at all, but it's still pretty cool.
Most of these grenade jumps you're seeing Hydra do are, like, they technically save time, but if you take even slightly too long setting them up or fail it once, then you're definitely losing time. They're not worth it, really, but he's gonna do them because they're fun. Oh!
Okay.
That's the wrong direction. But he had a save. It didn't cost him too much time, and now he's at the door.
Gets it on second try. So pretty good job from Hydra's. I mean, it's going to be going on to door warp right here, unless he has an extra ability point.
Does he? Please save drop.
I think he does.
Yeah!
He's doing the same drop. I was hoping this whole time he was gonna do it because I saw the extra one like 2 minutes ago.
if you've not seen this before, this is the old strat from before we knew door warp was possible, where you save above the lava and it drops you through it to fight the Horu mini boss, and then head through this door down to the final escape instead of doing door warp. So Hydra showing off some old school strats there, and is into the final escape. Sicky has collected Grenade, has gotten to the Blackroot teleporter, past the boulder escape. With 5 HP right now, we'll be heading up to the Swamp teleporter. I imagine he'll be collecting a 6th health on the way to Horu, just for a little bit of extra safety in the final escape. since there is poison water at the end, and you need to take a minimum of 4 damage to get through it. Hydra's having some spaghetti in the final escape, though. It took a quick death there. Trying to do some grenade jumps, because why not?
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, Sicky is not going to be able to PB off of this, but can still, you know, shatter his best race time with a good final area right here and a good final escape. So hopefully he can continue to do that. Gets past the Baneling, gets in that little nook and a menu. Hello. And is going to be going on to his door right here. And how many attempts do you think he'll get it in?
I'm going to go a little bit conservative and say 3.
All right.
What's your guess?
I'm going to say 2.
Okay.
Also,
now, show us up, Sicky. Get it first. Let's go.
And we saw Hydra finish over there, so GG to Hydra. Getting his grenade up and no soft lock.
Yep,
no
GG
second
to
try.
Hydra. Congratulations on your meme run. 3rd try for Sicky. I was right. Haha.
All right, you win absolutely nothing because door up attempts are not a problem. It's not the it doesn't give you an actual prize of bragging rights like the big Gans Tower Big Key guessing game in A Link to the Past. Anyway, continuing on, Hydra finishes with a final time of 37-12. It looks like we'll get confirmation on that here in a second. But GG to Hydra, showing off a lot of really interesting stuff here in this run.
Interesting is a word for it, yeah. Hydra knew. He knew that he can't improve his seed at all. He's already got a freaking amazing time as his seed time, so there was no way he was going to really be able to improve it. So opting to have some fun with this last race here. Sicky, however, has been on fantastic base this whole time and is lined up to crush his best race time so far. It's all down to this last trick, the grenade jump. Come on, Sicky.
Yeah, despawns Kerr right there, so that's the first piece of the puzzle. Is going to use these boulders to get up to the top. That position looks good. Oh.
Misses the inputs. He's got some time and energy, though. Come on, Sicky. You can do this. Oh, careful. Come on. There it is. Doesn't look like a soft lock.
And a GG to Sicky. Very, very nice job by Sicky. Is going to get that new best race time in a sub 40. Really great job. You know, could have gone really rattled by a couple of those really unfortunate deaths, but kept trucking along and gets the PB or gets the race PB for himself.
Yep, he'll be very happy with that. And since he did manage to improve his best race time, this actually we had a projected bracket going on. Since this is the last group stage, of course, we're moving into brackets after this. We had a projected bracket, but this being the last race, and Sicky did manage to improve his best race time, which means he's improved his seed, and the bracket is now different. So we're getting word that Sicky moves from 59th, where he was before with his previous best race, all the way up to 56th. So he successfully gets his goal for this race with a 39:04 as the final race time. Very nice job.
Yeah, very, very nice. We're going to see if we can get Sicky in here for an interview, but in the meantime, we are joined by the one and only Hydra right now, GG man.
Yo, thanks.
Hydra, I have but one question for you.
Uh-huh.
Why?
You know, honestly, it was because this race really doesn't matter. Like, I wasn't going to, I was not going to improve my best race time. That was just not happening. It's not realistic. And also, if I lost it, I mean, it didn't matter. Like, it wouldn't have changed my seating. So,
right.
I just wanted to do something fun.
That's what we suspected, and that's exactly what you did. So, thank you for showing us some spicy memes for us.
Yeah.
We are also joined by Sicky. GG Sicky, congrats on the race PB for the tournament.
Thanks.
So, want to get your initial thoughts. How did you feel after that run? Was that what you were hoping for as far as an improvement?
I didn't know what to expect because I'd never actually done a run with 4 HP. after Glide, so it was kind of like a bunch of new like territory for me in terms of like the mishaps that go along with reducing your health count. So I kind of had this suspicion that the second half was going to be a bit of a circus, which it definitely was. So I was kind of like, that I was okay with that for sure. So
For clarity,
it was a learning experience.
That was your first run ever doing 4 HP for most of it?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm very impressed. Nice job.
With fourth try Sorrow Bash, no doubt. So yeah, that's really, really legit when you're so used to the damage boost strat.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time this week trying to get, really get the no damage in my head and, in my fingers and stuff. And, I'll take fourth try any day. So that was fine.
Yeah, it was great. You did a fantastic job and improved your best race time, which is all you could ever really hope for at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, with this race, we finish up group stages. We're heading into the brackets. How are you two feeling about that? Hydra first?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
How are you feeling heading into the bracket? I know you're first seed, but what are you thinking? You're going to take it all down?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. I'm not too worried about my first matchup, which will be against Aries or Sloters, whoever wins that match. However, after that, I'm going to be facing the winner of the Roos is Loose versus Richard. So that match could be pretty interesting.
Your first difficult match of the tournament?
Yeah.
Potentially, at least.
And how about you, Sicky? How are you feeling going on to the bracket stages?
I'm not really sure what to expect. Similar to how I didn't really know what to expect for the group stage. Because I'm so new to it, and my bracketing and stuff, because I'm not a top player per se. I figured I'll just find out as I get there.
Yeah, but considering you pretty much submitted time that was like really, really like a high time just to get into the tournament. You've already gotten us like almost to a 35, which that's a lot of really good improvement for someone who only really legitimately learned the game about 3-4 weeks ago, or a little bit more than that. But yeah, in only about a month. So
yeah, it helps that this game is like a really good game. So I just find myself playing it for hours.
Yeah, we all know that feeling. All of the runners of this game know that for sure. You can just get stuck in it. Just get stuck practicing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So we will be that. I'm going to say it again. That was the last match of the group stage. We're heading into brackets where players will start getting eliminated from the tournament. That's going to start on the 10th this weekend. It will be our first matches of the bracket stage. So get excited for that.
Yeah, and if I believe it's correct, that is going to be the Roos is Loose versus Richard, as Hydra was alluding to. So that should be a really, really hype match. They were really, really close in time. So that's I for one am super happy for that one to be a bracket kickoff.
Yeah, I am as well. Now, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. So signing off for the All Skills tournament, I've been Shed. This has been Trojan Dude for the race between Sicky and Hydra. And we'll see. Thanks to Flux and Cheese on the truck that I almost forgot, and Meldon for restreaming as well. And that'll do it for us. So we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you in the bracket stages. Have a good night, everyone. A from to double jump.
No, it looks like he was just using it as a safety save at the start of Death Gauntlet.
Oh, and he needed it! He actually needed it!
Hydra is fighting the swamp mini boss.
Alright, this is something I can guarantee. I almost wanted that rhino to kill him right there.
The first time the bird decides to charge into some spikes instead, so let's see if you can get it on the second try. Nope. Going for it again.
He's getting the bird a little bit too far over to the right, which is why it's dying to those spikes.
Yeah. That one looks good, but
I was trying to set up a save anywhere right here, going back through the noob spikes to do his terror break. As we see, what's this trick that we see on Hydra's side, Shed?
Hydra.
There's actually, I don't know if Sicky knows the casual way. It's gonna rocket jump instead. Okay, we're fine. Anyway.
No! Oh no!
Nice and well is gonna take that extra to drop a safety save. I think he was not sure what to do right there.
Careful,
Ooh.
careful, careful. Okay, I was worried there for a sec he was going to carry the torch, but no, he was just going to a wall for a grenade jump. That's fine.
Oh, that's a really... I love that grenade jump.
These are the real reason you do what's 20 seconds.
Okay.
That's the wrong direction. But he had a save. It didn't cost him too much time, and now he's at the door.
Gets it on second.
I've not seen this before. This is the old strat from before we knew door warp was possible, where you save above the lava and it drops you through it to fight the Horu mini boss, and then head through this door down to the final escape. It's time and energy though. Come on, Sicky, you can do this. Oh, careful. Come on. There it is. Doesn't look like a soft lock.
And a G